For more on Ukraine's economy, I want to bring in Oleksii Riabchyn. He is an advisor to the Deputy Prime Minister for European and Euro-Atlantic integration of Ukraine and a former Deputy Energy and Environment Minister himself. Thank you very much for joining us live from Kyiv. Let me ask you this. Can you give us what the state of the situation is there right now where you are?
Basically, it's 3 a.m. and it's the first time in 5 days we have an air alarm. So basically, after having an interview with you, I will go sleep in my corridor between two very concrete and strong walls in case of the rocket shelling somewhere around my quarter.
A number of countries have pledged assistance for you for once this conflict is over. My thinking is that it's so hard to plan for something that you're still in the middle of a crisis right now. What are you asking other countries to do?
It's the best time to plan because we strongly believe in our victory. Although we understand that Russia is progressing and doing as much as they could to squeeze like centimeter by centimeter, kilometer by kilometer of our territory, but we understand that the forces are like not able to hold this assault for a long time, and we will have more sophisticated weapon. Our battalions are in different countries, and we do hope that Lend-Lease will start working in autumn, and we will retake this territory back, as our president already told. So it's the best time to plan the recovery, and like I divided it into two parts. So it should be the urgent need of my country in repairing the infrastructure, in in decreasing the dependency from the fossil fuels like gas or coal or oil, so energy efficiency, biofuel, etc. And also we are planning about the recovery plan, and I'm as a big fan of like climate change and doing a lot for this for my country, so I'm a fan of a green recovery plan. So this is what has been presented today.
Oleksii, we have reported this along with other networks about Russians' advances on the eastern front in Luhansk. Can you give us an update on where things stand right now?
So basically, our forces were able to hold down the two major cities, Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, and they were almost delimited from the earth. So it gave us a lot of time for preparing the reserve battalion, for receiving more aid. And this gives us hope that we will kick the Russian out of our country. And of course, we are progressing in some different flanks, like in the south or in the north near Kharkiv. And Russians are progressing near Luhansk area, preparing for the assault to the territory of Donetsk region, where I have born based.
You talked about rebuilding earlier. The rebuilding obviously can start, but the fighting has to end first. And for the fighting to end, there has to be a ceasefire. And some experts are asking Ukraine, if you will, to forego some of the land that's been lost on the east and south. And this is very controversial. Where does the administration stand on a possible negotiation on that front?
I guess it will never happen. It just basically never happened. We will not succeed any centimeter of our land, and we are determined to return back Crimea and the occupied territory in 2014. So this will be considered as a victory for Ukraine, and I guess we will do this. We will no compromise on the land, and we will never tolerate any countries, any foreign leaders, any nation who will force us or advise us to do. And I guess it was a very when president of Italy, Germany, and France, the leader of this country, came to Kyiv, they heard this very strong rhetoric from our president and supported it and ready to fight and die for our land.
Right. I know President Zelensky has been meeting with a number of Western leaders, and the theme continues to be asking for more weapons, more support, more in transport, both in air defense and the ability to sort of have that counter-offensive. What message would you share with the West, if you could, outside of just weapons? What other assistance do you need to defend yourself?
As we started our conversation, the economy during the military time is not doing really great. Very roughly, our economy was consisted of 1/3. It was heavy industry, metallurgy, energy. 1/3 is agrarian, and 1/3 is the rest with a strong IT component. some million of people just to the European Union or to other countries as a refugee, and economy is not doing great, so we lack our finances. This is what we are asking for the donors right now. But then we are thinking about the investment, and there are plenty of possibility to rebuild Ukraine, and I already receive a huge amount of phone call from different companies all over the world, basically all over the world. They understand that this investment will be backed up with their nation, with their government. It will be some investment risk, country risk guaranteed, and they are ready to earn money for Ukraine and in Ukraine. And this is what definitely we need, an investment. But before the investment, you're completely right. We need a for making it happen.
Can I also ask you, where does the integration with the EU stand? I know the application is in place. Can you give us an update on where that stands?
Yeah, like we are really proud of this, and like we stand for it in big squares, and we are happy that our children and we will be the member of European Union. For us, it means rules of law, it means the transparency, it means the reforms that our country and our people needed. So we received the candidacy status, and we need to fulfill some of the conditions, and I guess the negotiation will start next year. Like it might take from 5 to 10 years for us to become the member of European Union, and we know a lot of examples of countries who have some internal problems, like Cyprus or other who have unsolved conflict but become the member of European Union. So we will do our best. For us, it's a top priority, and the whole nation is supporting it. Finally, we are stronger, closer to the European Union.
Oleksii, I know it's extremely late there. I want to thank you for taking your time to share with us what's happening there on the ground, and of course, and your thoughts on how the rebuilding process will look like in the coming months and years.
Thank you.
Oleksii, thank you very much, advisor to the Deputy Prime Minister for European and Euro-Atlantic integration in Ukraine.